Trying to stand out online, on social media, and wondering why your engagement is just so low. How can you stand out on social media, create more of a following, create more of a brand, as well as create more of a business in 3 guaranteed steps? Let me share with you how you can do that. My name is Christine, and I help the go-getters be able to start, scale, and create income in their own business online. And I want to share with you these 3 simple tips that sometimes can be overlooked. But the first guaranteed way that you can actually create more engagement and get yourself out there for more people to talk to and build higher clout, if you will, in Facebook is to storytell. So sharing more of a story rather than just a fact is going to carry more weight for people to connect with you. And I'm very guilty of this myself because my brain is just a natural teacher that I think about figuring out how to do something. I research it and I come together with all the systems and the points so that I then can teach people. And normally that's just what my brain will do is I will then get out there and teach you the steps 1, 2, 3. But where I have failed, and I still have to make sure that I always pay attention to this, is the personalization and the storytelling part of it all. So for that, this part of the story is that when I would always stand from a place of expertise or kind of a know-it-all, and not that I was trying to be a know-it-all because I'm not, I'm just figuring this out as I go as well too. And really just staying in the know and following the experts like Mari, who are out there grabbing this information, digesting it, and really helping serve other people to be able to utilize it and really take action on it. That's all I do is try to figure it out and then be able to kind of regurgitate it for those who are following me so that you could be more successful. But what it did for me is when I would just come from a place of schooling people, where I'm just sharing the information and I would just teach points without really sharing a personal story or an attachment struggle with it. What that did is it created more of a know-it-all, and that I'm kind of in a threatening position because I do have a deep voice and I do speak with intention and I do have confidence, of course, and then I'm teaching strong points that it sometimes would intimidate people as well. And because that was where they really couldn't see who I was, because I wasn't sharing that. I wasn't sharing any part of the struggle or the story or how did I figure things out to come to this point. And when you can share more of a personal aspect to it, that's what people really get to know you. And this is why I'm going to completely suggest that you use stories. Wherever you feel that you would be very consistent using stories, I'm going to suggest you really do it. Now for me, I'm very, very strong on using Snapchat every day. I really kind of use Snapchat as this is the everything life about me. I really share every part of my life, and people see me even worse than I am now. At least I'm showered now. I just have no makeup on. And then Instagram is another strong one that I use for stories too. But with Instagram, I have to edit a lot more because you really have to be strong with the kind of stories that you're putting over there. Think of this. Here's the general rule of thumb. So if you're going to teach anything, which my suggestion always is this, you don't have to be the expert. You just have to share what you're moving forward with. And this is what I share with the entrepreneurs, the coaches that are working with me is as you're getting started in your business, the perfect way for you to share what you're doing and your business is to actually share what you're learning as you're growing. So an example would be that today you were in the training system and you learned all about how to set up your Facebook social media profile so that it is ready to go if you have your own business. And then you can just talk about what you learned in that point. What that's going to do is it's going to help people see, ooh, she's growing, she's supported, she's got a mentor, someone who's guiding her, and this is actually good stuff that I could use and do too. That's a perfect way to be able to grow your business. But everything you teach, always tag a personal part of a story. Second thing that I want to share with you for guaranteed to be able to stand out on social media and to really increase more engagement is to just be yourself. Oh, I know, you've heard this before. I know, be myself, but people, I have nothing interesting about me. My life is always the same day in, day out. Here's the thing. We all have quirkiness to ourselves, as well as we all do things every day that we actually don't even pay attention to anymore because they're so habit that we actually don't even notice that we do something so well that someone else is struggling with. So sometimes it might take you stepping back from yourself to recognize, wow, I didn't realize how I quickly get through my emails and not get distracted, and I can get through them in like 15 minutes and be very super organized. Some people might struggle with email management and spend hours and keep a lot of an inbox in there. Teaching quick little tips of what you can do easy is going to help someone. Always think that what you're sharing is just going to help one person. Because if you think that, well, what I'm sharing, it has to help hundreds and thousands of people, this better be really good stuff. Don't think of it that way. What I'm sharing with you right now, all I'm thinking is it's just going to help Cody or Corey. That's it. Only going to think about Corey. It's only going to help him. That's it. Own who you are. And I know it's really tempting and challenging sometimes, especially when you're not seeing that success come through as fast as we want, especially as we're trying to play around with the game of the algorithms and really trying to put ourselves everywhere that they want us to be. And that's actually my third point, which I'm going to be talking about. It's really time consuming to constantly search this out. So if we're really limited on our time, what is our foundation? What is our guaranteed go-to is to storytell when you are putting any kind of content out there. And the second thing is to really be yourself. And the example that I need to share on this is one of the stories that I share when I first got started in this coaching business that I'm in now. This has been almost 10 years that I have been in this business. So May 31st is my 10-year anniversary. When I first got started, we would put on webinars. And I know so many times people aren't even paying attention to the word webinar anymore, which for me, when I first started, I had no idea what the word webinar meant. I had to go search it and figure out what's a webinar. I didn't know. But basically it was inviting people to sign up to come a part of a live video presentation or a slide presentation, much like these lives. And that's why live now is kind of replaced webinar services. I didn't know anything about those at all. And so I put together an amazing presentation and I would start doing these presentations and we weren't on camera. So it was basically just people seeing my slides. So they didn't see me, but they heard me. And I got some feedback from someone who was working alongside with me, and they told me that I need to soften up my voice because my voice is just too strong, too deep, and kind of scary. And it's not going to attract people to want to do this business. So for me, I was told to do something that is not me because that's not going to please the people that we're presenting to. So I did, I changed, I conformed because I was scared about this business that I just started, that I told a ton of people to join, and then they told a ton of people to join, and we're all trying to figure it out. I needed to make sure that I was the best leader I could be for everyone who's looking back to me to help them grow their business. So when I was told to change my vocal quality so that I didn't freak people out on my webinars, I did. And it's a horrible feeling to really change who you are to try to please other people. And especially when you're kind of being told from someone else, or that just social pressure to be different and be like some of the cool kids, the popular kids, or the glamorous. And it's okay if that is you, but I'm not going to conform just because that's what some of the market is really attracted to. When I was running those webinars, I changed my vocal quality. Hi, this is Christine, and we're going to be talking about coaching today. And I hope that you guys have a notepad so that you can take some notes. Like, this is how I had to talk. I had to really pull back on some of the energy and the depth and the enunciation on some of the words because I couldn't speak deep. Just be you. Be your quirkiness. Be goofy. If you're a klutz, share it because klutzes will unite. And if you are a direct person, I'm direct. I like to speak to the point, then speak direct. But remember, you want to come from a place that feels good to you, and you never want people to feel bad. So no matter that you're a strong personality or you're direct or you are quirky, just be you and invite people to be a part of it. The third thing that will guarantee let you stand out is to really develop community. How can you support a greater range of people in a very, important topic to you, something that's easy for you, you're passionate about, and that, a lot of people really can get help with? How can you create more of a community and add people into the group? Not saying that they have to be aligned up with you in your business or they have to purchase something to get into the group. Not saying any of that. Just start thinking outside of the box. How can you start to expand your circle, supporting a greater range of community of people, helping them without expecting anything in return? When I'm saying to really be more participatory in community and helping support more people, that gets favored. And so outside of just yourself in running a group, just be a lot more interactive, a lot more engaging, and really just go out there to have relationships, to communicate, and to offer any tips or help, expecting nothing in return, especially if you have your own business. So I'm so grateful that you guys are here with me. I really do appreciate it. And please click on the share button if this video and these little tips will kind of speak to your following or anybody that you're helping mentor to really grow themselves or their business out on social media. And share with me in the comments any of your feedback, as well as the type of content that you click a like on, or that you actually write a comment on, or that you'll share.